Do you ever wonder why no matter how much you earn, your money never seems to grow? Are you saving, budgeting, and still feel like you're stuck in the same place every month? What if I told you the problem isn't your salary, but the tiny habits you follow every day? Have you ever asked yourself, am I paying myself first? Or do I even track where my money goes? Could one small expense be quietly draining your finances without you noticing? And what if building just a mini emergency fund or upgrading one skill could completely change your financial future? In the next few minutes, I am going to answer all of these questions and show you 5 simple financial tips that can actually grow your money starting today. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to Learn Finance Daily because your financial journey is about to change. The first tip is pay yourself first. This is one of the most important habits that separates people who build wealth from those who struggle. Think about it. You work hard every day, earn money, and the moment it arrives, you start paying bills, buying groceries, and spending on everything else. By the time you try to save, there's nothing left. Paying yourself first means you prioritize saving or investing as soon as you receive your income. Imagine if the first 10% or 20% of every paycheck automatically went into a savings account or an investment. You never touch it, it grows quietly in the background, and you start building real wealth without feeling the pinch. You might wonder, isn't that hard if I have bills? And yes, it requires discipline, but even starting small makes a huge difference. If you treat your savings like a mandatory bill, just like rent or utilities, your future self will thank you. People who practice this habit consistently find that their money starts multiplying, and they stop living paycheck to paycheck. The second tip is to track your money once a week. Many people think they need to track every penny every day, and that overwhelms them. The truth is, awareness is more important than obsession. Take a day each week and review your income, spending, and balances. Ask yourself, where did my money go this week? You don't need complicated software. A simple app or even a notebook will work. This simple habit helps you identify patterns that are quietly draining your finances. For example, maybe you spend too much on coffee, subscriptions you forget about, or unnecessary online shopping. Once you see the numbers clearly, it becomes much easier to make smarter choices. Weekly tracking also removes the fear of money because you know exactly where it's going. You start feeling in control, and that control itself creates confidence, which leads to better financial decisions. The third tip is kill one bad expense. Most people think building wealth requires cutting everything they enjoy, but that's not true. Start by removing just one unnecessary expense. It could be a subscription you never use, a streaming service you barely watch, or even that daily snack that adds up over time. Small leaks sink big ships. By eliminating just one bad expense, you free up money that can be redirected towards savings, investments, or skill development. You might say, but that's just a little money. Does it really matter? And the answer is yes. Compounded over months and years, these small changes can have a massive impact. Imagine redirecting just $50 a month from a useless expense into a high-yield savings account, or investing it in your skills. Over time, that tiny action builds into a real financial cushion. The fourth tip is build a mini emergency fund. Life is unpredictable, and most financial stress comes from being unprepared for sudden expenses. An emergency fund acts as a safety net and prevents you from going into debt when unexpected events occur. You don't need a full 6 months of expenses to start. Even 1 month's worth is enough to give you peace of mind. Keep it in a separate account that you can't touch for non-emergencies. People often ask, shouldn't I invest instead? Investing is important, but if you don't have a safety net, a single accident, illness, or job loss can wipe out all your progress. The emergency fund keeps you safe, and having that security actually allows you to make better investment decisions without fear. It's the foundation of financial freedom, and without it, all other strategies are riskier. The fifth and final tip is to increase your skills, not your lifestyle. Most people think wealth comes from earning more, but without improving yourself, extra income just disappears into lifestyle inflation. Every time your salary increases, your expenses tend to rise too: a fancier car, more eating out, expensive gadgets. The smarter approach is to invest in yourself first. Learn a high-value skill, take courses, or develop expertise that can significantly increase your income over time. Focus on skills that create long-term financial growth. When your income rises, don't rush to spend it on things that depreciate in value. Instead, reinvest it into your future, your knowledge, or assets that generate more income. This tip alone can multiply your wealth faster than any savings strategy, because your earning potential becomes the engine of your financial growth. Now, let's answer the questions we asked in the beginning. Why does your money never grow? Because without these 5 habits, paying yourself first, tracking your money, cutting one bad expense, building an emergency fund, and upgrading your skills, your money is controlled by circumstances, not by you. Are you saving but still stuck? Likely because small leaks or untracked expenses are silently draining your income. Are you working hard but feel like nothing changes? That's because wealth is not about effort alone. It's about smart systems that consistently grow your money over time. By applying these 5 tips, you start taking control, making your money work for you instead of disappearing month after month. Here's some advice to put all this into action immediately. Start small. Don't try to fix everything at once. Pick one tip today, implement it fully, and once it becomes a habit, move to the next. If you pay yourself first, even a small amount, you are already ahead of most people. Track your spending once a week, and you'll notice patterns you never saw before. Kill one unnecessary expense this week and direct that money toward your future. Build a mini emergency fund, even if it's just a few $100s, and feel the security it brings. Finally, invest in upgrading one skill this month, something that can increase your income or opportunities. These small, consistent actions compound over time, and within a year, you will see significant changes. Remember, wealth is not about luck or a high-paying job alone. It's about the daily habits and systems you follow consistently. If you implement these 5 tips, your financial stress will reduce, your savings will grow, and you'll finally feel in control of your money. The difference between people who stay broke and those who build wealth is rarely knowledge. It's action. Start today. Don't wait for a miracle or a big salary increase. Take control with what you have and watch the magic happen. So, are you ready to start building real wealth? It begins with paying yourself first, tracking your spending, cutting the one bad expense, securing your emergency fund, and upgrading your skills. Take these 5 tips seriously, apply them consistently, and over time, your financial situation will transform. Remember, small habits repeated daily create enormous results. If you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe to Learn Finance Daily, because every week we share tips that make your money work smarter, not harder. And here's the final advice. Take one action today, pick the easiest tip, implement it, and watch your financial freedom grow. Consistency is your most powerful tool, and your future self will thank you for it. Don't wait for tomorrow, start now, and let these habits compound into a life of financial security, freedom, and confidence. Your money can work for you if you follow a system that actually works.